you've been feeding your dog from the muzzle for a week or more now. And now you want to move toward teaching them to push their head into the muzzle so that you can begin to work on learning, getting it strapped so they can actually start wearing the muzzle. You're going to change a couple things up. If you've been smearing food on the muzzle up until this point, you're gonna probably wanna stop doing that because your dog is gonna just be spending a lot of time licking the food. They may or may not be putting their nose all the way in. That's not gonna be, that was great in the beginning for teaching them to just kind of love the muzzle. But as you move forward, you're going to need a different approach. And so I'm gonna show you a different approach with Castor. So, oh, you know? Okay, can you sit, Castor? Castor, can you sit? Good enough. Mija, kennel, please. Once your dog is really interested in the muzzle, you've been working for a week or more, and you're ready to move forward, one way that you can do that is get your treats, get your muzzle, get in the room where you train, and then toss a treat away from you so your dog goes to get it. And when your dog turns around, hold the muzzle up. Yes. And when their nose is very close to going in it, you can say yes, and then feed in the muzzle. And then you can toss the treat back off. So watch when I say yes. It's before his nose is even really in there, and then I feed in the muzzle. Do that one more time. Yes. That time his nose was on its way in when I said yes, which is just fine because you would quickly want to start yes, waiting a little bit longer and longer to say yes. Now I am yes, feeding through this bottom hole right here, feeding through there. Yes. He's eating the treat with his nose in the muzzle, which is great. If you find that too challenging to do, it's also fine. If you find that too challenging to do, it's also fine to do this. Yes. And feed out of the muzzle. Because you're marking with your yes when they put the nose in the muzzle, so they know that that's the thing you want. I'm gonna wait till he's looking at me, then I'm gonna hold the muzzle up. Yes. It's great if you can feed in the muzzle low, which if you go under, yes, you should be able to. You might want to practice that without your dog some. Yes. Just practice sitting in a room somewhere with the treats that you're going to use when you're muzzle training and seeing can you put them here, and just getting kind of really fluent with that behavior of treat, 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 so that you can feed in the muzzle. But if you find that it's just too hard for you or you and your dog, then you can feed outside of the muzzle. If your dog, yes, is not putting their nose all the way in right away, then you'll just mark like, yes, sooner, like I just did that time. But ideally, you're gonna wanna wait to start marking. You're gonna wanna wait to mark until their nose is all the way in. He's looking for that last treat. You got it, buddy?
I'm going away.
Yes. And then you'll start working on some duration like that, like waiting with their noses in it longer and longer before you give a treat.